The nation's trial of the century and Nevada's trial of the century both involve the same person, O.J. Simpson.
And Ron Futrell is here tonight with a special I-team investigation into the robbery and trial that has the NFL Hall of Famer locked up in a Nevada prison for 8 years and counting, Ron.
Rather interesting to see here. O.J. Simpson still a year and a half away from any sort of parole hearing, but he's gotten a lot of attention lately. A popular series recently about the double murder and a trial in California. Also the upcoming ESPN 10-hour series. 10-hour series on the life and trials of O.J. Simpson begins next month. But O.J. is locked up right now in a northern Nevada prison for crimes committed here in Las Vegas. A robbery, a kidnapping that took place nearly 9 years ago. Well, tonight we speak exclusively to the man who was central to the case and tell you a few things you may have never heard before.
James Simpson not guilty of the crime of murder.
California couldn't get him. Nevada did. The helmet's the only thing that wasn't in the robbery.
Bruce Fromong is a Las Vegas sports memorabilia dealer. His relationship with O.J. goes back more than 2 decades. In fact, he bought and sold O.J. merchandise, lots of it, that Simpson signed while in the L.A. County Jail facing murder charges.
During the 17 months, I guess it was 16, 17 months, yeah, we did $3 million worth of business.
Fromong also collected Simpson memorabilia, and it was that merchandise that became central to this case.
In the summer of 2007, Fromong got a phone call from Alfred Beardsley, an acquaintance and a longtime collector of O.J. Simpson merchandise. Beardsley wanted to buy O.J. Simpson merchandise, and a lot of it, $100,000 or more. So in September of 07, they decided to make the purchase. It would take place here, the Palace Station Casino in Las Vegas, room 1203.
Fromong was in that room, waiting for the buyer to show up, when he got the surprise of his life.
I'm still on the phone when all of a sudden the door busts open. The first guy hits me, the second guy's got a gun, and I know I'm being robbed. And then the last guy into the room is O.J. And don't ask me why, but the first thing on my mind is, O.J., how can you be so stupid?
Fromong believes it was Tom Riccio who set up O.J., taped the entire affair, and sold it to TMZ for an estimated $150,000.
Don't let nobody out of here.
It's all documented. Every single bit of this case is documented.
Jackie Glass, now retired, was judge over the case.
We have video of the leaving the casino with belongings, things in their hand.
One thing never presented at trial was O.J. Simpson's condition that night.
We find out later on that he's been drinking all day. He's been doing coke during the day. You know, they've been partying over at this party because they're getting ready for a wedding.
Drugs or not, Simpson was given 9 to 33 years in prison for robbery and kidnapping. He could have gotten off much easier.
O.J. had, in the middle of the trial, was offered a deal. He turned it down. He would have been out by now.
But I didn't mean to hurt anybody, and I didn't mean to steal from anybody.
I think that when you get acquitted of double murder, you have this feeling of perhaps invincibility and that you can do whatever you want. And I think he just decided to do whatever he wanted to do. A lot of people were looking at this going, karma.
Yeah?
Yeah. A lot of people were thinking, okay, he's finally going to get something.
But not you.
No, it didn't, not me. I had to base it on what I had in front of me. As a judge, as a judge, that's my job.
All right, the plea deal that O.J. rejected would have put him in jail for about 2 years. His first chance at parole now is October 2017. By the way, Fromong was also interviewed for that 10-hour ESPN documentary that we mentioned there. It will involve both the criminal trials, the civil trials in L.A., so those 2 trials, along with the Nevada trial. They're taking a look at that as well in the ESPN series coming up next month.
Well, you said you had a lot more material. Maybe we'll develop it into something more.
There is a ton of stuff that we could tell. Bruce went through a heart attack, had that, nearly died on the operating
DA
table.
at the time.
Sorts of things happened, yes.
Right. All right.
Let us know if there's an update.